Being a local group to join, it's looking for whether you have a climate plan on a local level or not, and pushing for it if you don't. Taking the pledge program. There's one called Climate Pledge Collective, and that is a good way to get people engaged and to take pledges for climate action. You can, of course, talk to your friends and families and coworkers, do a KTCC, organize a community event where you talk about the climate, or a Zoom event. You can also just advocate to your local, your elected officials by signing letters, writing letters, signing petitions, talking to them. It's always best, isn't it, Lynn, if you can actually talk to them in person? That's probably the most impact.
The discussion that you host to be one that is friendly and warm and informal and allows people to talk about their feelings, ask the questions that they have, find out a little bit more, and hopefully be motivated to want to meet again in the future, and to take some.
My point was going to be that, yeah, ask if they need, they want to be connected. If you don't have their emails already, make sure you've got people's emails. You can follow up. Ask if there's something keen that they want to work on together, and kind of try to facilitate that. But yeah, I guess what you're saying is this slide has too much in it. We didn't spend any time in the KTTC talking about how you advocate at a government level. So I hear the feedback from Lynn that I need to revise this slide, because I do want to have some of that in there so people know how they can, what they need to do at a government level. So we'll take a look again at this slide and make it a little simpler, because I want to leave you with some options to give your group at the end for action as well. But I want to actually give you time now, Sarah and Rosemary, to talk about an action that you are doing. So I'm going to stop sharing. That's it for the sharing. And I'm going to call on Rosemary first. Rosemary's working on an initiative with the KTCCs now. So we can hear about it.
Thank you. Yeah. So just a little background. I am a graduate student in eco-theology, so I also do a lot of stuff with faith groups. And I think that Yuan-Chan, you might find this really interesting, is that there's a new group called For the Love of Creation. At the moment, it's mainly Christian. We're trying to reach out to be more interfaith, but they are designing a faith-based kitchen table conversation to take to your congregations. They hope to launch it in September, which is the season of creation. Many Christian churches mark September 1st to 4th to October 4th as the season of creation. And they're developing 3 levels for people that not yet part of the conversation, that really don't know anything, or people that do know something and understand it from a faith perspective, that they can become more engaged. And then a 3rd level of the people that are quite knowledgeable, like yourself, that need support in leadership, and how can you lead a community or a group in your faith community. So it's their website isn't up yet, but it's For the Love of Creation, Kairos, Faith in the Common Good, and a large number of other groups across Canada are involved in this initiative. And I think you can join their mailing list, though. I think Mark was going to put that in. And so that's their main pillar that's associated with kitchen table conversation. They also have an advocacy group, and they have a petition out right now for the House of Commons about reduction in emissions, a just transition, respecting UNDRIP, and making sure that the Global South, the mechanisms are in place for the Global South. And it starts off saying, as a person of faith. So we have the link to that e-petition too. So anybody who's a person of faith, or even if you just sort of feel some sort of spiritual kinship with the earth, it doesn't matter. There is this petition. It's sponsored by Nathan Erskine. I can't remember.
Nathaniel Erskine Smith.
Thank you. And he's a Liberal MP. So, and that's open for a few more months. And then there's 3rd pillar is more theological side of people who, I know eco-theology, even in the theological school that I go to, a lot of people don't even know what that is, right? So they're working at having a symposium coming up again in the fall. So if you go to if you sign up to get their emails. You'll get more information about that.
Cool.
So if you're a person of faith, that might be another way to enter into
That's awesome.
action.
That's so many things, Rosemary. I didn't know you were doing all of that. That's great. Okay, and Sarah, I want to hear about your actions.
All right, thank you so much. So for us as Africa Climate Action Initiative, what we are basically doing, we have 3 pillars. So one of it is on sensitization. And what we're doing is just talking a lot about climate change. And this we are doing both here in Canada and also in Africa. At the same time, we've brought our partners from Africa together, you know, the 8 countries that we are working in, so that we can link them and try and identify resources. So here in Canada, I'll just talk what we are doing here in Canada. Number one, we are targeting to speak to the newcomers on waste management. And also, we are going to support on the issues of bike riding. So in terms of training, you know, organizing where there's a youth group around here that can train people who are interested in bike riding, and then we can start sensitizing on the issues of taking bikes. We are also providing a knowledge portal whereby we'll be able to share. Then we're also spearheading the facilitating and initiating climate clubs or environment clubs in learning institutions and out of school institutions. So those are major things that we're going to do. But above all, we are so passionate about the kitchen table climate conversation. And that is why we are here, because we want it to be one of the things that we'll be doing both here and in Africa. And with time, we're going to tailor make the same training that we're getting from here and tailor make it to suit the African partners, you know, and hopefully even we'll be able to do it in French because we have one of our partners who's speaking in French. So that is what we are doing, and even in local languages like Swahili. So that is what we are doing. And we also envision that we've identified one partner who's a Canadian organization that is also doing a lot of media sensitization in Africa, especially for farmers. So we want to use that platform also and talk about climate change. Yes. Thank you.
Wow. That's a lot of things again I didn't know about. That's incredible. I have to take a closer look at your resources there in the chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else who has something they want to mention that they're keen on doing or doing at this point? No. Okay, that's great. So let's just try one more thing. Let's try a poll, like Lynn suggested, and I'm going to ask Ray to set it up. And this is something that you can do to be more interactive too in your conversations, but it's a good way to close out. It's going to ask something about what you want to do next. And then you can finish by saying a few things about what people could do next. So let's try the poll. Like it, you can vote. If not, then we'll just move. Okay, do you want to share it, Ray?
Okay.
There we go. So you can see what people are keen on, and we had a real division here. I mean, as far as people have a widespread interest, that's really cool. 2 people for the circular economy, and then we have volunteering for climate justice group, opposing fossil fuel infrastructure, advocating for just recovery, holding a KTCC, and energy efficiency. That is so cool. So. So that's really cool, and that's exciting. And that gives some, if you do something like that at the end of your conversation, it gives people something to hold on to that they might be a little, circular economy wins, that's cute, Ray. You know, something to hold on to and move forward with. And as Lynn was saying, at the end of your conversation, you can ask if people need anything to support them in something that they want to do, if they want to stay in touch, if they want to have a part 2 conversation, if they want to have help facilitating their own. So I thought maybe we could just go around and do a checkout and see if anybody has anything that they has anything right now, that any final questions or something they'd like us to follow up with, or something keen that they just want to say about next steps. So I'm going to start actually with the first person on my screen, Yuan Chen. Oh, I think you have to unmute.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, I lose track. What do you want me to say, Colleen? Oh, you.
if you have any last minute questions or comments or anything that you just want to share.
Oh, okay. No, the comment I had typed it not for tonight about the donation after Sarah has shared. Sometimes I join some webinar or so, and I don't like the donation request saying chip $5. This is a comment I just want to let you know. It's unsafe for my generation to do something like this, and give us some way to write check or pay by PayPal, and then I can receive a receipt, something like that. My generation regarding, we want to support if money. Second, this kind of conversation training is fantastic. Tonight is really resourceful, and I feel the big support. I'm not alone. I go back there, I'm alone, but here I feel so many people are doing different things and we can contribute and support. So what I'm asking is, can we, for example, 3 of us in a group to share or email and what we are doing? Oh, can I ask you this question? Not very frequent. I understand everybody's busy, but if we can have support like this, not wait for the whole year to have one thing like this, you know what I mean? When I'm going out there doing the kitchen conversation, I do it 5 consecutive week, and I'm doing 3 months every Sunday morning. So I'm so looking for it, but I need support. And so many things I don't understand, and I don't know how to answer when they ask me those questions. So if we have maybe we can have a small group of support like this. So
Yeah,
what I
that's
need.
a great idea. I love that idea. Definitely, let's follow up on that. I see Sharon has, we can monitor a support email account. That's an idea. Great idea. So I think the next person on my screen is Wendy.
Yeah, this has been terrific. It's a great resource. I belong to I guess it's a book video club, but I also belong to a larger group, which is just on climate change. It's through the Life Institute, which is affiliated with Ryerson. So I'm going to bring some of this information back to them. There's quite a wide variety of people doing a whole bunch of different things. And it'd be interesting to know if they're even aware that this particular resource exists, because those are people that are already doing things from this perspective, and they might be able to make use of this tool. So thank you for putting this together.
You're welcome, and that's a great idea too. My goodness. All right, so Natsuki, if you pronounce your name again for me, I'll get it next time.
Natsuki. Okay, so thank you so much for this, such a really great, meeting. It's really informative, and I learned so much from you guys' presentation. And I also feel like, because we are in the general life, we sometimes feel like, oh, I'm alone to think about this, like climate change. But actually there are so many people that are concerned about climate change, and then this is a really great opportunity to talk about and then go deeper the information and scientific knowledge, and also we can share it with other people as well. And also I learned how to facilitate as a presenter, and it's really great for me in the future to facilitate a meeting with people. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Sharon?
Well, I'm very excited by it, and I've seen it a few times. But I think it really has a powerful flow, and so it's making me, I was thinking about some groups that I tried to encourage to have one of these, participate in one of these. So yeah, it's inspired me, even though I've been through it many a time.
Very cool. Valerie?
Yeah, I similar to Sharon, now I've been through this twice, and it was the kitchen table climate conversations that first interested me and drew me to Climate Fast. I forgot to say that at the beginning. And I'm just recalling a lot of discussion at our sort of strategizing meeting about climate, the kitchen table conversations, that, you know, how to get this into the educational community. So I've got that kind of rolling around in my head. It's a tough time right now for the educational community, the teachers unions, and even parents. So I'm not sure exactly, but I think that it would be a great place to use this in parent councils and that kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much, Colleen, for your wonderful facilitation tonight.
Thanks, Valerie. And I know also Anne, who's a member of Climate Fast, is really working with eco schools. So that's an exciting opportunity. Yeah. Lynn?
Well, thanks very much, Colleen. I really like going through these materials and the agenda because I think it really gives people just a very minimal structure, but a lot of resources that can allow them to tailor it. And I think that people should know that we're willing to support the kinds of initiatives people undertake, that we can book the Zoom space and provide technical support. We like to know that these conversations are happening, and hosting a conversation can be enough on its own, and you may want someone else to help you out. And whatever way people need support, we need to move forward with these as broadly as we can. And we're also really interested in knowing, how did it go? When you've done one, we'd love to hear how it went. So feedback would be great. And there's a form for that on the website, or you can just send us an email. And we do have an address, ktcc@climatefast.ca. Yeah, okay, leave it at that. Thank you.
Great, Lynn. Mark?
Hi, Colleen. Thanks. Yes, this was my first time participating in a KTTC, and it was an interesting experiment because I learned a lot about the resources and how to use them, learning how to be a facilitator as much as participating in one. So it was an interesting first experience with it. Yeah, it was very moving to hear everybody talk about at the beginning about their feelings. The resources are extremely helpful for facilitating scientific conversations, as well as educating those, as well as at the end what you can do moving forward. So it's a really complete whole experience. Yeah, so it was very rewarding for me. Thanks.
And thank you so much, Mark. Not only was this Mark's first KTCC, he's also doing tech for me. So I do appreciate that. That's awesome. And Rosemary, I think you're on mute. You want to go next?
Sure, I didn't know I was next. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you very much, Colleen, and all the support staff, the tech staff. You did a great job. There was one other little thing I forgot to mention. It sort of ties back to the eco-anxiety stuff, but it is also a resource from For the Love of Creation. If you do sign up, you will get information about a resource they have called Take a Sacred Pause. And even if you're not like in any particular religious tradition, but you sense a sort of eco-spirituality of closeness with nature, it's a beautiful exercise that can calm you down and you can use for your eco-anxiety. So another reason to check out that resource. Thanks.
It's called Take a Sacred Pause, Rosemary? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, Sarah?
Yeah, thank you for this particular training. I've really enjoyed. And I know this is not the first time, but now I think between me and Natsuki, we are well equipped to do it. And I believe we are going to spearhead and do the first KTCC training for our group. And I believe we'll call you, Colleen, and others to just come and support us. And so that after that, we'll be able to do it. At the same time, as I mentioned, we also want to start also doing it with our African partners so that they can also cascade it to their own people. So we'll be looking in that issue. But thank you so much. It was really, really informative. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And that sounds exciting, all of that. Mark?
Colleen, hi. I just wanted to mention a couple of things. So maybe after this, Lynn wants to announce the Eco Fair coming in October. As well as Wendy has mentioned, if my climate club were interested in a KTCC presentation, is there someone I could contact to set something up or something I can tap into?
Yes, so Wendy, there's two answers to that. One, you can reach out to me or to the KTCC address too, that will come to Lynn, likely Lynn, and we can help you. We are going to also have on September 16th, a bigger facilitation training day with maybe some guest speakers to talk about, you know, facilitation techniques and managing eco-anxiety, that type of thing, in a little more depth. So we've got that coming up too that you could tap into, and you could invite your group to if they were interested. So yeah, both ways. We can either help you personally, some of our members, or they could attend that bigger event, which will be exciting. Lynn, I'm just going to let Jay and Ray speak, and then you can announce the Eco Fair. So Ray, or Jay, and then Ray. Jay says she's impressed with what you've done with the original material and have presented so well. Thank you. I'm reading my own compliments. That's really, really nice. Thanks to everyone else who participated as well in those great techs. Yes, thanks so much. And Ray, as a great tech, can you come off? Can you speak? Yeah.
I just want to say congratulations to Colleen and Mark for facilitating a great KTC session. So, and hope everything goes well. I think it's important, as has been asked for, that we can provide some contacts. So for people that want to put on a session. So yeah, let's make sure we do that. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I'll send an email out to this group with like some you know, just to follow up and to give you some options and give you some of the resources and the like. And you're welcome to reach out back and ask for anything I might have missed from what you need. And then we can go from there and see about creating more of these to support each other, or an email chain to support each other that was suggested. That sounds like a great idea too. Okay, so I think that's it. So if anybody has any last minute things to say.
So Colleen.
Yeah. Oh, Eco Fair, right.
Yes. I just wanted to say that there are things upcoming. And one I did mention already was the Climate Week in September, working with Fridays for Future. We're actually having a planning meeting this Sunday night. Climate Fast is. And if you would like to attend, just email lynn@climatefast.ca or just put a note in the chat. Or we may just send you the link to people as a follow-up, but it would be great if you want to get involved. And the other thing I wanted people to know about is the Eco Fair, which is going to be online this year. You may have in the past been to Witchwood Barns for that Eco Fair. This year it's online over 4 weeks, starting October 15th. And that October 15th date is linked in with a global initiative around counting down, around reducing our carbon emissions. So you'll hear more about that later, but I just wanted to sort of plant that seed. There's many events that happen, and whenever you do a KTCC event, it will be important for people to know what's the current state of affairs and what kinds of things are happening that they can get involved in. So that's some examples for now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Okay. So yes, we are having a whole day workshop on September 16th. And so we'll follow up with some information about that. And yes, thank you everyone so much. Thank you, Mark and Ray, and thank you everyone for attending and participating. Rosemary and Valerie and Lynn and Sarah for participating. And everyone's ideas are so motivating. I'm always extra hopeful when I leave a conversation like this. It's just so great to hear everyone's ideas.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a farewell wave. You've all been recorded. I hope that's okay. If it's not with anyone, you let us know. But anyways, thank you.
Thank you so
all.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe I could take a picture if I could do control print screen. If we could do a gallery view and everybody. Yeah, that looks fabulous. Thank you. Okay, I just did that.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you. Yes.